I saw on social media. And if you guys don't know, this is like my new one-shot series. It's basically like a less intense video, less structured, just me speaking to a camera with minimal editing. And I enjoy doing these because I can just really talk about things that might not necessarily fit in with general stuff on my channel. But yeah, today I want to talk about why are so many YouTubers exposed as bad people? And that could be bad in terms of like how they treat employees. Like, let's talk about Mr. Beast there. That could be bad in terms of how they pursue personal relationships using their YouTube clout and fame, or Twitch stream clout and fame, to basically pressure people into things they might not want to do, or go after people and pursue them in a way that to most people who aren't, you know, some sort of e-celeb seems bizarre and predatory. And then you have, I guess, just being a terrible person in what you say, someone like Asmongold, right? Like, how do you get to that level? And I'm particularly thinking about what you said about Palestinians. How do you get to that level where you're such a terrible person? Like, do you become a terrible person through content creation and the fame that comes with that for a lot of people? Or does content creation actually draw in terrible people? And that's what I want to talk about today. And I'm going to talk about like my own experience, and also just being thankful I became a content creator a lot later in life, and I became a full-time content creator with a, you know, some sort of audience when I was a lot older, which I think is actually really important, because when we're going to talk about people like Mr. Beast, becoming a millionaire content creator at like 19 years old just sets you up, in my opinion, to be someone who's going to be lacking in the morals department. So I'm not gonna talk about who this is, but it probably comes as no surprise that even on the left-wing side of YouTube, lots of left-wing creators are also bad people for a variety of different reasons. And it also probably doesn't come as a surprise that lots of male feminists, even like more Marxist male feminists, often turns out that they aren't actually feminists. They just pay lip service to it, and in their own life they don't practice what they preach. Now, basically what I saw is a notable leftist content creator. Someone was talking about their experience with them, and it's pretty clear he was using his fame to basically act really like sleazy with women. Like, it's not something I would say he's the most irredeemable piece of shit ever, but apparently it's a pattern, and it's pretty clear this person is using their platform to have some sort of advantage over women and kind of take advantage of them liking him already for his content, right? That's as much as I'll say about that. And when I read it, I was really disappointed, because I like this person's output generally, and I was like, what? Why can't anyone be normal? Like, why is everyone a scumbag? Why does it feel like everyone is just a complete scumbag on this platform? And I think fundamentally, a lot of it is to do with being a YouTuber and a social media creator is a very antisocial job. I want to talk about being antisocial in terms of the American Psycho workout routines that seem to be going viral, and like how much like overly obsessing on your daily routine makes you an antisocial person. But yeah, making content, especially pursuing the goal of becoming big, either for fame or just for people to watch it, often comes with being very antisocial, because this is a passion for a lot of people, including myself, where you can put so many hours into it and you don't get that instant gratification. So iDubbbz actually is an interesting case study of someone who did do bad things as a content creator, but is interesting because he then became older and more self-reflective and seemed to become a better person. So he spoke about what he used to be like, and he said, when I was younger, like early 20s, making these videos about people, like I just saw it as content, and I just like would stay in my bedroom like up to all hours of the morning, working like these huge shifts trying to get this video out. And as anyone who makes videos can tell you, video editing is a very time-consuming thing to do. And if you are overly obsessing on something as well, combined with these work hours and combined with the fact that you actually might have a job as well, you're basically foregoing the hours where you might have social contact with friends, family, do your hobbies and passions, and you're replacing it with something where you're way more isolated. And I want to talk about myself in regards to that and the iDubbbz thing as well, because I have been doing full-time content creation since 2021, and I've been doing YouTube since 2017, late 2017, taking it very seriously probably in early 2019, like regularly uploading consistently and stuff. And I've been feeling this lately, that through no real fault of my own, I've been very antisocial this year. And I wouldn't say generally I've been antisocial while doing YouTube, but I got into a bit of a rut, basically, with my content. I spoke about this before. I was really ill for 2 weeks, and I literally couldn't upload because I couldn't get out of bed. It's the most sick I've ever been. And this is my livelihood, right? So once I was done being ill, I have thrown myself back into doing YouTube, making like 4 videos a week. There were times last year where I'd make 2 videos a week, and because they're performing well, that's all I do. But now, because I've been grinding to get back that momentum, I have basically, like, lots of times on Friday nights, I've been invited to do stuff with my friends, and I just said no. Like, I have to stay in and do it. Because also what's part of being a YouTuber people don't really understand is the mindset to be one is very different from your conventional 9-to-5 job. Like, I've worked both, so I'm not someone who became some viral teenage millionaire, right? I have worked a full-time job, and I have worked jobs throughout my life, so I understand the difference. And I would say YouTube is a far easier job than like most real jobs, right? But at the same time, it's always on my mind. It's always in my head, and I have to be in the right headspace to make content. I have to be having my schedule, especially with someone who has OCD, have my schedule, get in the right headspace. Even today, I've been bed rotting because I've been so busy, and I was like, should I even make a video? I'm not in the right headspace. But you have to design your life so you can perform on camera, right? And that often involves, like, you know, I can't go see you today, and even though in theory I would have time to do this video, what will happen is I'll get back from going out and my social battery will be down here and I won't make it. So I'm gonna prioritize this because it's my livelihood and it's my own schedule, my own structure. But also, just like when you're starting out of YouTube, when it's your full-time job and you're trying to play catch up with work you've missed, it just feels like the amount of hours you can sink into this is basically infinite. Like, it feels like you can never make enough. And that comes with like wanting more money or more social media fame. For me, it's just trying to make a stable income. That's my like obsession with pushing myself. Like, I am passionate about what I do. At the same time, when it becomes a full-time job, you do have to force yourself to actually be consistent with these uploads and everything. And from my own experience, I just feel like it does fundamentally make you antisocial, even when you can completely design your schedule. Now, when I worked full-time, I burnt myself out basically doing it because obviously I was a Marxist before I actually joined the full-time workforce when I was like 23 after doing my master's degree. I was committed to not letting work become my life. I didn't want my personality to be just you work at this job you don't like. So I kept doing my football, which is something I love as well, and I'd have football training. I think I'd have football training on a Wednesday, a football match on a Monday, like five-a-side match, and then a game on Saturday. And I'd also, on the Tuesday and Thursday, I'd record YouTube videos and I'd work out, which resulted in me getting little sleep and probably like 4.5 hours a night because I was prioritizing YouTube, not out of a sense of I have to do this because I want something. It's more like my identity is not my job. I love doing YouTube. I love talking about politics. I love talking about history. I don't want to give that up for work, even though I feel like work is kind of pulling me in that direction because I want more free time. So basically, I forego my mental health, physical health, sleep. Don't do this for everyone, to pursue YouTube more. And again, that is time I could be relaxing, seeing friends. I didn't give up my hobby, but I understand why you would give up your physical sporting hobby to do YouTube instead. And again, it's a very solitary thing of I am just going to work on this on my own, on the side. No community really. Don't have much like friends in the space and everything. It's just me doing this. And take this to like a different conclusion, right? So I was working full time and it took up a lot of my after hours. But say you're a teenager, say you're Mr. Beast, and you're obsessed with going viral. You're obsessed with just being viral. That is it. That's all you care about. That's all you want. And probably what goes with that, fame and power. Mr. Beast started a channel when he was like 16, kept doing these viral stunts to become insanely wealthy, right? And you can ask yourselves a question, does content creation fundamentally draw in the worst of us. Like, I'm not saying most content creators are all terrible people, but I'm saying most successful content creators don't seem to be good people. And I think it draws in the obsessive, it draws in the power hungry, it draws in the fame hungry, who will literally do anything like Mr. Beast to become a famous YouTuber, to become a famous streamer. Combined with that, they got their success when they're really young. Out of everyone you've ever met in your life, including yourself, how many 18-year-old kids would be totally normal people with very good social awareness and empathy if you made them world famous and dumped millions of dollars into their lap to spend as they wanted? You see this with celebrities all the time. You can say to yourself, or I say to myself, if that was me, I would be the same, because I recognize myself in my 18-year-old self, but I can't even guarantee that, right? Because that would mess anyone up. So when you take Mr. Beast and you see everything that came out last year and just how he treats people, and how he treats people generally, it's like, this is a guy who does not know how to treat human beings because he just hasn't had that life experience as an adult. And like I was saying with me, I started doing YouTube when I was 21, and I became moderately successful when I was 25. But I'm so grateful I've had the life experience to mature and appreciate YouTube as like a job where I can have more time to live my life that I enjoy, right? Rather than, oh my God, like, I really want to get really famous quickly, I really want loads of money, I really want loads of fame, and I'm going to just, you know, pursue that at all costs, and then I get successful at like 18, and then I don't realize how the world works. Because there's something about getting older, you just don't, I think generally, you just don't care about that sort of thing as much. But also, I've had so many interactions with real people, and that could be in dynamics like, okay, you're at a workplace, you're not in charge. There are responsibilities you have to other people you work with to make sure they don't have to do loads. You're not the boss. And pivoting into that as well, what content creation does to people is the power and ego trip, because you're the boss of your own little empire. And this is for me as well. And every YouTuber and content creator who gets moderately successful, they have that temptation. You have the temptation of knowing you can influence people. You can, and let's say, for example, with your own audiences, right? You can weaponize your own audience to make sure that if there's any criticism against you, they can go attack the people criticizing you because they like you so much, even if the criticism is perfectly valid. And we've seen that a lot on left-wing YouTube in regards to, you know, people like the Lolicon Enjoyer. Like, no matter what he does, he has legions of people who defend everything he does because he's got that audience and because he has purposefully cultivated this power dynamic where these people, like legions of people, will defend him no matter what. Because that's the temptation. Do you turn your audience into this attack dog who will stay loyal to you no matter what? And here's the thing, most YouTubers know they can do this to their audience because it's all based on how you cultivate an audience. It's all based on how you project your personality. So even with me, you have that temptation. I know I do not have an audience like that because I've purposefully stayed away from drama. I've purposefully stayed away from calling out most other creators. I've done it on occasion. I'm not saying I'm above it, but I don't make my content like some sort of drama farm where it's like me against someone else all the time. So take my side or take their side. And I think what that does, you see that with like Lolicon, Destiny, loads of political streamers, even Hassan's audience, even though I don't think he's terrible for this, I've, criticized him myself and got this backlash. What it does is basically shield you from consequences on top of you already running this, your own business and channel where there aren't really any bosses. You have YouTube and Twitch, sure, but they're so hands off. It's basically your own mini empire. And you can really design that however you want. It's the ultimate form of control, really. Someone who has OCD, like, that's what I want, but I am not giving into a temptation to make my audience there for me no matter how badly I could fuck up in the future. But on top of that as well, with this power dynamic, there's the temptation to take advantage of the fame and the access that gives you to people, right? So I've been in a long-term relationship, 12 and a half years. Girlfriend has obviously featured on the channel and stuff, and I have never been dating while doing my YouTube channel, but I can't talk from that perspective of having like relationships with fans. And I also think maybe in certain contexts there isn't anything wrong with a YouTuber having a relationship with someone who might have found them through being a fan of their content. I also personally, I know myself, I wouldn't like that dynamic. I wouldn't like that power dynamic, and I would feel like pretty gross about it, but you know that that is a temptation for any creator. And also as a creator, I'm sure many people can relate if they are creators, you get messages from loads of people saying thirsty things, right? And it basically comes from anyone. You could use the power dynamic of the platform you've like amassed to basically pursue someone with the power dynamic overwhelmingly in your favor. And again, that's another temptation. You could do this, and you could easily do this. And as we've seen, it is successful for people in getting in these relationships. Most of the people who've ever done this are massive pieces of shit though. And you've seen that, you know, like the Destiny scandal right now and how he's treated women and loads of other people who've done this. It seems like every time there's a scandal on YouTube, like I Am Alex, it comes from this insane power dynamic that they cultivate and then they bring into their relationship, where it goes from you are controlling your audience and weaponizing your audience and cultivating this audience to you are bringing that mindset over into an actual relationship where you want your partner to basically act as if they're your audience, and you're above criticism, you're above them really, you know, saying bad things about you because that's the audience you've cultivated as well. It's a really toxic thing. I think you can't really understand unless you're in the position yourself where you can understand that, okay, people send me thirsty messages all the time. If I was single and I wanted to pursue a relationship with that man or that woman or whatever, I could respond and use the power dynamic I have where they like me already and they have this version of me that they've invented that they really like, that isn't, you know, the reality, and I can exploit that for my own gain, essentially. And that is the example I was talking about at the start with the leftist creator I read about recently who has been doing that. That kind of access, I think, does draw people in. I'm not saying most pieces of shit content creators go into it thinking, I am going to use this for sexual access to whoever, but I do think that just comes part and parcel with the power that you're going to amass through becoming a content creator. So if you become some sort of obsessive trying to make it on YouTube or Twitch, and you just pour in so much time and energy to becoming this like antisocial monster because you want this power, it probably goes with it that you want this power to have access to people much easier. And also, what you often see of this as well is because they've been so antisocial in the run-up to achieving this power, they also just don't know how to treat anyone. Friends, relationships, they're just terrible with all of this because they're so emotionally stunted from living in the Peter Pan fantasy world that is being a content creator from, you know, your teenage years to being an adult where you've been successful the whole time. Just on like the last note, so we have all these elements, and I think also what I've spoken about just there can corrupt people. So I think in these two kind of case studies, I think people could just be corrupted by the power of being a large content creator and then just giving in to the temptation. Give in to the temptation that you can manipulate your audience to do what you want. Give in to the temptation to respond to the thirsty DMs and maybe just pursue these people for sexual access, which has become increasingly easy for you because of your power dynamic with these people, and your principles and integrity that you thought you had is just compromised because when you're faced with this reality of look how easy it can be for you, you just jump right into it and you're like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna do this. And it doesn't matter what your political beliefs, you've seen this across the political spectrum where people have done this and it leads often to terrible outcomes. So one more thing I want to say is we talked about kind of like, you know, people becoming bad or the bad parts of being a content creator, and that's more like politically neutral. Now I want to talk about like actually being like a piece of shit, and Asmongold is probably the best example of this. Someone who kind of has all these elements anyway, is extremely antisocial. I think most streamers are extremely antisocial because you have to be on camera so much of the day. It's not like even being a YouTuber, where for me, this week, this video is all I've recorded. This is me on camera for the week. And even the week before where I made 5 videos, what's that like? Maybe 3 hours of content I recorded or something, compared to like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, or maybe even more. Like the amount of time you have to be dedicating to this job where you can't be flexible. Like you can't just go leave and do something. Not like me where I'll be editing a video, then I'll go to football, that's like 2 hours and a half or whatever, come back, finish. It's like I can organize my schedule around video editing and recording. When you're a streamer, you can't do that. And there's so many memes about Asmongold basically living in his own filth and stuff like that. And in that, his whole world is just Twitter. His whole world is Twitter. Like, what actual engagement does he have with anyone? You cannot even fit in much engagement when you're online so much. But all he's doing is responding to this, you know, sycophantic audience, reading stuff on Twitter, everyone saying either terrible shit about him, which is often very well deserved, or just praising him for all his like anti-woke takes and stuff. So that's how you get to the level of this guy, who I don't think was ever a good guy, but if you showed him maybe 5 or 6 years ago, or maybe when he was younger, a video of him saying about terrible shit about the Palestinians when they're facing their own extermination, I'm assuming he would probably be surprised by that, I guess, right? But even in this content creation space, he just feels so enabled to actually say something like that and feel okay about it. And there was actually an interesting video he uploaded afterwards, seemingly not very sincere, but he talked about how this road he's going down has made him a worse person. And he could have been honest, right, in that assessment, but then he goes right back to saying the same shit, like when he comes back on stream. So it's pretty clear he is just this piece of shit who is enabled by the platform to be as terrible as possible, because at the end of the day, that seems to be what has been rewarded in his personal case. So when I see all these content creators, I'm like, why is everyone such a bad person who seems to be popular? I guess you can look at it through various different like lenses. Like with Asmongold, it's like, okay, it's the Trump era, fascism is on the rise, saying all this stuff to loads of like normies or whatever, or centre-right people. Loads of people are going to love that because you're exposing them to this really, really toxic racism, and it's one of the most popular streamers or whatever. So you enjoy that on that element. But I still think on the personal element, antisocial, whole world is online, very successful from doing this, and you're just constantly rewarded with money, fame, power by acting this way. He has shown that there's basically no consequences to what you say, even if it's insane, and you'll still get rewarded, right? So if he wants to keep being successful, why would he stop? And that's the main problem with that sort of thing. With all these piece of shit content creators, like Aiden Ross, or just all these far-right creators as well, like Sneeko and like the Manosphere, why would you stop? If you purely only care about like monetary gain or fame and stuff, you're just going to be rewarded. So you might as well do it. And again, that's another temptation of you can just indulge all your worst impulses as a content creator. And in our current creator economy, it seems like that is just completely rewarded. And there is no consequences. There is no version of you being deplatformed really, unless you really get on the wrong side of certain creators that seem to dominate. It does feel like there are no consequences, because if you do a lot of these things, like cultivate an insanely toxic audience, like let's say the Lolicon Enjoyer, Destiny, Asmongold, are people ever going to leave? There's always going to be a significant group that are going to stay and prop you up forever. And you've shown that by just being terrible and acting terrible with people, and acting terrible in either your personal relationships with your audience, how you've treated other content creators, or what you've said about political subjects. It just seems like there's no consequences. So I once said that content creation actually reminds me about the Catholic Church, in that it seems to just draw in like terrible people, like to become heads of these institutions. And again, most of us content creators, like I would say, are just average people, and we shouldn't be put on a pedestal. We shouldn't be like, you know, treated as though we're inherently better than anyone else because you like our YouTube videos. What it is we have things that we say that you like and you think are interesting or you agree with, and we just happen to have the capacity to say it on camera. That's the main difference, right, between a lot of us, is some people can't talk on camera, some people can talk on camera, and lots of things that I'm saying obviously are unique to me, but again, other people could fill the space I occupy on the internet right now. And I feel like that for a lot of people, this is just a very normal hobby to do. And most people these days are some form of content creator, like whatever they post on Instagram or even on YouTube. But I also feel, at the same time, getting to the higher echelons of content creation does draw in the most terrible personalities who then succeed because they have these terrible qualities. In a way, it does resemble just general capitalist society. And of course, politics. To get to the top, you have to be the most ruthless. You have to have like no integrity, no principles, or flexible integrity and principles. And you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to attain this thing, right? And there might be like multiple motivations there, but then it's not surprising that people who often, you know, have some sort of lacking in morals will then start treating people like shit once they have the power to do whatever they want. It honestly becomes like, if you're an e-celeb, you're like a mini lord of your own kingdom where you can just do whatever the fuck you want. But I also believe, on another point, there's a lot of temptation that comes with power.
A slop YouTuber has weighed in on genocide once more. It is a long video, but I'm going to at least look at a part of it in order to have my brain broken by a fucking moron who should not be talking about these things, yet who nonetheless wants to. Let us look at this guy who thinks that he should be talking about genocide here first, okay? Let's take a look. What kind of videos does he make? Okay, video game censorship has gotten insane. Video about fat people. Video about hating trans people. I'm dating a broke loser. Girl pranks the police. Suing Lyft because you're fat. Ruining your life for TikTok views. The failures of diversity hiring. Why are they trying to censor anime? Now it's time to weigh in to an argument over an ongoing genocide. Normally making videos about video game small boobies or whatever the fuck it is. Time for a video on genocide. What could this guy possibly have to add to this debate? Well, nothing, obviously. This guy is an incapable, know-nothing idiot, and that he is weighing in on this in the first place is disgusting. The only place for someone like this to possibly weigh in on something like this is to post like a statement condemning the genocide on social media or something. But no, don't worry. He made a video reiterating Ethan Klein's genocidal propaganda and defending it right here. Let's check it out, folks. Like the thumbnail, there's no clue. It doesn't clue you into the fact the video is about what is clearly an argument over genocide. Just this guy's a nice guy. This is disgusting. The description of this video is about Ethan Klein suing no terms of defamation. No, the video is about genocide. You can't disconnect this from the fucking topic of the video, which is pure a political argument over one side that backs genocide and one that doesn't. So let's see how you possibly get around that, which, to be clear, you're not going to be able to. But the fact that you saw a video about genocide and tried to make it interpersonal, yeah, that basically says all that there is to say about you, your channel, your ability to do anything at all.
On YouTube, for the past few years, there's a big industry that's exploded in popularity, and it's based on a simple concept. Hassan, bad. Hassan Piker is bad, and he's dumb, and bad and a terrorist, probably. It's also wild because the political content creator in question is an anti-genocide content creator, and the arguments they're attacking him for are anti-genocide arguments. So these creators, you know, they're positioning themselves in opposition to him and his arguments, de facto positioning themselves on the pro-genocide side.
Well, I mean, maybe these people don't like Hassan Piker because he says a lot of dumb things that aren't always related to the Israel-Palestine situation.
Well, no. The examples that he brought up are specifically in regards to Israel-Palestine. All of it is about Israel-fucking-Palestine. Ethan Klein's hatred of Hassan Piker, which is what you seem to be responding to here, is all in regards to Israel-Palestine. All of it is. Is this the kind of content this guy makes? Like a random picture of a city? A random picture of a fucking city where he just says the first shit that comes to mind? This is your content? And you sound like you're 14 years old. This is you. What is this? Why do these dumb fucks keep weighing in on genocide?
In fact, most of the criticism towards him over the years has nothing to do with that at all.
This is literally the video that he's making is specifically about genocide. This is a fucking 4chan post. Oh my god.
According to
look, guys, I found this 4chan post on a Google image search.
Noah, anyone who criticizes Hassan now love.
No, he said the people in question, the examples that he flashed on the fucking screen, are people who are criticizing him specifically regarding things that he's saying regarding the ongoing genocide. That was what was said, okay? I criticize Hassan Piker. I don't criticize him because he's on the right side of a genocide, though, okay? There's a different... Can you understand these concepts? No, you can't, you dumb fuck, because everything for you is interpersonal creator drama, or they remove the big tits from my video game. You operate on a level of intelligence that is so below average that I don't even think you can understand these basic concepts of, like, criticizing someone because they said genocide is bad or they're against it or whatever. It's not the same thing as criticizing them for something else. Like, your example here is basically that he's rich. Okay, that's a totally different thing.
Okay, I'm loving the us versus them mentality. And, well,
the us versus them mentality. The us versus them mentality when it comes to a genocide is the only mentality. What the fuck are you talking about?
Time for the yearly Noah Samson check-in. Last time was pretty crazy with the Alienation stuff, but this time Noah seems to be even more off his meds than usual. I guess he decided that slandering one of his opponents to try to get his audience to deplatform that opponent wasn't enough.
So wait, you're only even making this video not because you care about the fucking issue at hand, but because you don't like the person who talked about it. Like, what spurs you into action is that? Like, you just dictate your political beliefs based on, I don't like this guy. He's talking about this issue, so I'm going to defend this other guy who is, to be clear, explicitly defending genocide just because he's against it. This is
slandering
so
a bunch of big YouTubers to try to get his audience to, well, we'll get to that. But first, a little backstory on the whole Hassan Piker, Noah Samson, and Ethan Klein situation. About 2 months ago, YouTuber Ethan Klein released a content nuke on his former Leftovers podcast co-host, Hassan Piker, who has endorsed things like terrorism, has violated the Twitch rules numerous times, and never gets in trouble for it like any other creator who is not.
Oh my God. He's just trying to frame a video, which, to be clear, I have refuted this video in exhaustive depth. Basically, every time that Ethan Klein attempts to make a statement of fact, it's wrong. Everything. It's just fucking incorrect. Check it out. On my channel right here, Content Czar Bomber, Ethan Klein. Go watch that. You'll have a good time. So obviously he doesn't even delve into the video, doesn't delve into anything about it. He just tells you what to think about it and then moves on.
Hassan would. Some people might call that a double standard. In response to Ethan's video, boosted e-girl Noah Samson, who basically has had his entire career made by Hassan reacting to his videos, decided that he can't have people criticizing his pay pig because if people point out all the rule breaking that...
I'm pretty sure what he made is a video about genocide. So the evidence of this, right, that you could think that it's about genocide. And by the way, it wouldn't matter if the video was framed around Hassan Piker or whoever, because the facts are what matters. What should matter to you are the fucking facts, not, oh, I don't like Hassan Piker, I don't like Noah Samson, but he's made like 10 fucking videos all about Israeli genocide. All of these videos, like nothing but Israeli genocide videos for like 6 months now, okay? So he's like, oh, he only made this video because it's Hassan. Then how do you explain the other 9 videos about Israel-Palestine that aren't about Hassan, okay? And even if it was about Hassan, who fucking cares? What the facts and the evidence are what fucking matters, and they should matter to you, but they don't matter to you because you're a YouTuber who makes videos about video game tits being too small.
Hassan has done and he gets banned from Twitch. Who would boost all of Noah?
Oh, who gives a shit, man? Get to the part where you try to talk about something of substance, if you ever do. It's a random image I found on Google. If I talk over it with gut, who watches this? Who is this for? There's no way this audience is more than 12 years old.
And look, personally, I don't have a lot of interest in this war. I'm not a
what? Then why are you commenting on
this? With other people's drama. And contrary to Noah's,
then why are you commenting on a video that's explicitly about this genocide, not this war? You're already doing genocide apologia by using a fucking euphemistic term for it.
It seems like both sides have done some pretty horrible things.
We get a literally both sides. Before we're even at the 3-minute mark, we're like 2% into the video, and we literally get well, I think both sides are bad.
It's not about fact-checking Noah's research on Israel and Palestine.
Then why the fuck are you here? This is not about fact-checking. Then why are you here? Why are you delving into a video about genocide? If this is not what it's about for you, how can you possibly respond to this video about genocide without addressing the facts about the genocide? You can't, because it's fundamentally a video that is about contesting the facts on genocide. What this is someone who is too fucking pussy to admit that they know nothing and they shouldn't be delving into this topic. So what they're doing is they're trying to smuggle in their support for this genocide by framing it as an interpersonal thing, and they're going to go through this and do nothing but like try to make you sympathetic to the Israelis doing genocide over their Palestinian victims. Basically, this is going to be standpoint epistemology from a clear, like, far right-winger. A guy who usually does nothing but complain about, like, oh, why you have to bring race into it, man? Why you have to bring gender into it, man? Come on, man. It's just identity politics. I'm so sick of it. What he's going to do is be like, but did you ever consider the Israeli standpoint? What about Ethan Klein's standpoint here? Who cares about the actual facts? Who cares about, the genocide? Who cares about the fact that this has been denounced as genocide by practically every single respectable global human rights organization? All that matters is my standpoint epistemology. And he's going to invoke anti-Semitism a bunch as well. I can't wait, man.
Which I'm sure is as horrendous as it usually is. What this video is actually about is Noah Samson pushing his audience towards violent radicalism through slandering other creators and openly calling for his audience to use violence to achieve their political goals. That being said, let's go.
If you're against the use of violence for political goals, why are you not denouncing the Israeli genocide? What is that if not violence for political goals, if not violence being employed for the express purpose of literally eliminating the Palestinian people of Gaza for the purpose of taking that land for themselves? How is that not violence for political goals? You don't even denounce that. You don't say anything about that. So no, you're not against political violence. You're for political violence of the worst kind. What you're against is violence in response to the violence that you support. That's what you're against. And even an inkling of that, you cannot abide. We fucking see you. We know what you are. You're a dime a dozen, a dumb fucking 12 IQ idiot who just supports genocide because it makes your fucking little Western skinny, I mean, skinny is probably very generous, white boy feelings feel better. And you took a break from making videos about small video game tits to make this.
Go further into detail for why Noah didn't like Ethan's content nuke on Hassan.
The real reason I'm talking about Ethan's video today is less about what he says in it and more about what he doesn't say, the things he chooses to leave out. Ethan omits the Palestinian side of the story entirely. He doesn't talk about Gaza. He doesn't give any specifics about what Israel is doing there. And this is an issue. Western media manufactures consent for large-scale terror operations across the globe in a number of ways. There are more overt forms like atrocity propaganda. There are also more subtle ways like deceptively framing information, using passive language. And
Noah does basically all of this in his video. So wait. It's not about the facts. It's not about the facts you said. And then you go here and you say that he's lying about the facts, actually. You literally put this text on screen that claims that he's lying about the facts. So it is about the facts then. Essentially, what you're saying is that what he's saying, which is, you know, there's genocide in Gaza, Israel is committing all of these atrocities, blah, blah, blah. You're saying that it's wrong. That's what you're saying, because that's fundamentally what he says during this video. You know, I don't particularly care about this war. I think both sides are bad. I'm not going to contest the facts. What I care about is his defense of Hassan Piker and his slanderous attacks on poor little Ethan Klein. And then it's like, actually, he gets the facts wrong too. I'd love for you to show us.
false perceptions about conflicts through things like burying the lead and lies by omission. All of these tactics are present in Ethan's video and the wider online smear campaign that motivated it, but it's that last thing that I think does quite a bit of damage, lying by omission.
So this is incredibly dishonest framing from Noah. Ethan's video is more about Hassan and not fully a response to the Israel-Palestine situation.
Ethan's video is literally all about fucking Israel-Palestine. There is practically nothing in it that is not directly related to Israel-Palestine. Literally, the scene that you're showing here on the screen is Ethan Klein, who specifically got angry at this Yemeni teenager because this Yemeni teenager supports Yemen's attacks against Israel in response to the Israeli genocide. That is what this fucking clip they use as an example is about. In the back, we see Frogan. Why does Ethan Klein hate Frogan so much? Because she literally had a bit during some Twitch event where she said that like Sabra hummus, an Israeli brand of hummus, like someone who likes the Sabra brand of hummus doesn't get the pass to say the word Habibi. That is directly fucking related to Israel. Everything about this is directly related to Israel. It's not the video isn't about Hassan. The video is about Hassan Piker supporting Palestine. One of the longest segments of this video is specifically Ethan Klein making a fucking pro-Israel argument, whitewashing the Nakba by saying that actually the Jews had the right to fucking steal Palestine because of historical Jewish oppression. Everything about the video is about Israel-Palestine. There's not a single segment of it that is not directly related. The entire dispute stems solely from that. Nothing else. You can't disconnect these things, and you're not going to be able to either.
Is going to talk about the Israel side a lot more because he's playing opposition to Hassan. When you're wrong about something, it makes sense to do it because you're just playing opposition. So there's a genocide going on, and you're just playing opposition? What else is more to say about this? Because this is insane. Still, Ethan makes a point in his video to sympathize with what's happening to the Palestinians in Gaza.
Okay, so listen up here. Very quick, okay? When there's a genocide going on, and you take the perspective opposite of that to someone who you don't like, which is anti-genocide in this case, you support the genocide. You don't just like play devil's advocate on this. What you're doing here is the equivalent of taking up the Nazi side during the Holocaust. Like, do you even hear what you're saying? Are you a sentient person? No, you're not, obviously. What the fuck are you talking about? He's sympathetic to the people in Palestine? How?
Funnily enough, Noah actually includes one of these moments in his video, but he is such a sociopath that he takes this moment that Ethan is using to sympathize with the Palestinians and uses it to attack him.
Towards the start of his video, Ethan mentions a death toll figure of 40,000 Palestinian people.
Of course, if you compare the raw numbers, Gazans have lost a lot more than Israelis. 40,000 people have died, and neighborhoods have been completely flattened during this war.
The figure he cites is wrong.
He calls it a war. There's a war, literally a whitewash, and yeah, the figure is wrong.
Credible estimates have placed the full scale of the slaughter in Gaza at over 65,000 deaths due to traumatic injury.
Who cares if you got the number wrong? That's not the point of this statement. The point is to do...
Of course the number being wrong is fucking important. He's downplaying the extent of a genocide, which he calls a war, obviously.
something that Noah, the nice guy of YouTube, has never really gotten the hang of, which is to spend at least a second of your video showing the humanity in your opponent. I really find it disgusting that instead—
Oh, great. Thank fucking God, man. I'm so glad that during Ethan Klein's pro-genocide propaganda video, he took a second to remind us of how many people have been killed in that genocide and pretend to care about them. And then he goes on to do propaganda that enables more of them being killed. You want to see an explicit example of that? Let me fucking show you. We just went over it in a previous clip that we just watched. Ethan Klein literally fucking argued Israel is forced into bombing hospitals, not because they are carrying out a genocide of the Palestinian people with the explicit goal, openly stated goal of ethnically cleansing them / genociding them and taking the land for themselves. No. He said they bomb the hospitals because Hamas forces them to. For you, this is someone who like has sympathy with Palestinians as he's like, you know what, we need to bomb them. This is like looking at someone saying like, it is a shame that so many Jews needed to die, but it's for the good of the Reich during World War II, and being like, yes, you see, he humanizes opponents.
It's going to help end the war, not fucking keeping hostages and underground and like sending, continuing to provoke Israel to attack them.
Yes, he says Palestinians provoke Israel to attack them. They're responsible for their own genocide. This is him spreading straight up Israeli IDF genocide propaganda. This is like citing fucking Goebbels uncritically when he talks about supposed Jewish crimes against Germans.
And putting fucking like military complexes under
complexes under hospitals. Like, you want more examples? There's fucking plenty of them. This guy is spreading genocidal propaganda right fucking there. We see it. And you think that he can get away with that just because he made a token little denouncement. It's like seeing like a Nazi downplay the figures of the Holocaust and then go on to do everything possible to justify the Holocaust and being like, this absolves him, okay? We got him. Point disproven entirely. And the whole video goes on to explain how he justifies and supports genocide. And he just ignores it.
Instead of using this moment to find common ground with Ethan, Noah
There's no common ground. One supports genocide, the other doesn't.
Plays Ethan trying to humanize the Palestinians.
Trying to humanize the Palestinians. If he thinks they're human, then it's even worse that he supports that genocide.
Later in the video, as he chastises Ethan for daring to donate to Palestinian victims.
Hey, Ethan Klein, thank you for the
Yeah, that's fucking funny. I've gone over this before. Ethan Klein himself donates $6,500. Nothing for him and nothing in the grand scheme of things. He donated that, and now he holds it over people's heads when he's a fucking millionaire. It's nothing for him. And he's since gone on to say that people who have donated millions of dollars did nothing because it doesn't matter. So someone trying to whitewash that genocide supporting image by donating a fucking token amount of money. You see that and you're like, how dare you? How dare you discount this with, to be clear, very logically sound arguments. Obviously, he did this for self-serving reasons to try and make himself look good, and they don't outweigh his pro-genocide propaganda. But this fucking moron, he's just like, how dare you? How could you even think this was wrong? How could you even possibly be against this? It's a donation of money to help Palestinians. How could you possibly call out his cynical reasons for doing this, and the fact that his wider pro-genocide rhetoric easily cancels this out a million times over? How dare you? You know how dare I could do that easily? And I will continue doing it. What you're doing here is nothing more than like, ironically, what you consider to be SJW tactics. Like, how dare you? How dare you say that? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? What Ethan Klein did here is a term that I'm sure you use a lot. Virtue signaling. He donates a tiny little amount of money that for him that means nothing. And then he goes about his day and spreads more genocide propaganda. Textbook virtue signaling. And your entire argument is, how could you claim that he's unvirtuous? How dare you do that? Incredible mind.
$500. My go.
What did he do? He donated to a fundraiser. Okay, but what if I told you that this donation was a one-time donation of what is likely less than 1% of his yearly income?
Gee, with a thank you like that, why would anyone want to help the Palestinians?
The point is that he doesn't help them. The point is that he legitimizes and supports that genocide. Why are you skipping over all of that?
And Ethan Klein wasn't too happy about the slander from Noah Samson, especially the part where Noah called him a supporter of mass murder of innocent people that Ethan, by the way,
he demonstrably is,
in reality sent money to and openly sympathized with on multiple occasions. So now lawyers are getting involved.
And again, I'm not taking
It's funny how he doesn't actually try to refute the pro-genocide thing.
any prisoners. If my attorney thinks there's anything in here, if he thinks that there's like a decent shot of defamation,
this is so embarrassing to support this.
Scumbag. It's not a threat. You'll be hearing from us very soon, my friend. Start crowdfunding, start looking for an attorney. You know what I mean? It's gonna be.
Oh, don't worry. This is gonna backfire so fucking much. I can't wait for you guys to see how much.
Be fun.
And Ethan has every right to sue Noah for this. Maybe now one of these radical...
He doesn't actually. It's not even gonna get to trial.
...will actually suffer legal consequences for committing crimes. This is...
For committing crimes? This guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. He thinks defamation is a crime. Oh my god, this is an adult baby.
Slander. Not only did Noah make this thumbnail straight up accusing Ethan of supporting people being murdered,
He supports genocide and murder. Yeah, that's what he did. As I just said, I just showed you a clip where he did that.
not only did he remove important context from multiple things in his video,
Like what?
he also doubled down on it.
So he is threatening to sue me for defamation on the grounds that accusing someone of supporting genocide is messed up. I can think of something even more messed up than accusing someone of supporting genocide, which is, you know, actually supporting genocide.
Yeah, he does.
Noah actually has a history of making false accusations with his video titles and thumbnails. This is not a new behavior from him. Speaking of the alienation drama,
Is he are you going to fucking... I don't care about the alienation drama. Dude, why have you not tried to argue that they don't support genocide? This is a fundamental thing that you need to argue in your video. You can't just tell us he doesn't support genocide. When the points that you've made here are, he said 40,000 Palestinians died, and that it's so sad that it happened, without mentioning how and why it's happening. You know, the genocide being carried out by Israel, the country that he supports unequivocally, and he donated money. Another point that was refuted by Noah literally immediately afterwards, where he said this is nothing to him. It's pure virtue signaling, and it was. So you aren't even like establishing that he's wrong about this. You aren't even trying to. Where is the argument here? Show us. I want to see an argument here. Is it just a bunch of clips of other people? What is this?
Noah Samson was literally a nobody on YouTube before Hassan Piker started reacting to all of his content.
Who cares? I don't give a shit.
Followers.
You're contesting the fact that the argument that Ethan Klein is a genocide supporter. You need to provide evidence of that. You need to show us how he's not. You need to go over Noah Samson's actual points regarding this and try to prove it wrong.
This is why he's glazing Hassan so hard here in this drama. And
Hassan, dude, no one fucking cares. Where's the fact? Why do you? This is just nothing. It's YouTube drama. This guy is such a fucking pathetic loser. That's why he makes videos about anime tits being too small, video games having too many black people and trans people, women with high standards. Oh man, that's your channel. Amazing. I hate women. Why are the video game boobs too small? And now apparently you made a video where you're just like, Noah Samson accused Ethan Klein of supporting genocide, which by the way is a crime. And also, Ethan Klein doesn't support genocide. However, I'm not going to actually address the arguments and prove that wrong or anything. Oh my god, he makes the argument. He tries to argue that Love Sabra is anti-Semitic.
Israel-Palestine
drama
was an infamous
Israel-Palestine
Noah
drama
Samson and Ethan Klein. And probably why he also joined the Israel-Palestine meta like all the other Hassan groups.
Israel-Palestine meta? Meta? There's a fucking genocide going on. What the fuck are you talking about? This isn't a video game. Not everything is a fucking video game. Holy shit.
I think Hassan likes that this conflict's going on. His views were starting to dwindle until this whole October 7th situation happened, and then his views went back up. If you don't think...
Oh, I guess if this random bald guy says so...
that he's loving every minute
this must be true.
Israelis or Palestinians kill each other, you're dumb as fuck.
Now, believe it or not, this whole situation between Noah Samson...
I guess that's true. I guess that guy said so. This baseless speculation. I mean, I guess Ethan Klein doesn't support genocide now, and I guess Hassan Piker is wrong. Hey, guess what's worse, right? Because even if this was true, being against genocide because it benefits you to do so is a whole lot better than being for genocide for literally any possible reason, okay? So even when you try to make him look bad, you just make yourself look like a fucking moron.
And Ethan Klein actually gets much worse. Defamation isn't the only problem here, but in order to understand what's going on, I feel like I need to add some context.
Okay, add some context.
Let's back it up a bit. That being said, a major tipping point in this YouTube/Twitch Israel-Palestine drama was an infamous panel at TwitchCon 2024 where Denham's Frogan and some other people that nobody knows did this like game where they rated content creators from Arab to Love Sabra, which honestly seems like a boring idea for a panel, but apparently there was a hidden dog whistle in there.
There's a hidden dog whistle because Ethan Klein said so.
Logan is the two-time Rising Star champ, and because of her massive viewership of 100 concurrent viewers, it only makes sense that Twitch would give her one of the main stages at TwitchCon to do a 45-minute-long segment. Her idea that was Twitch-approved, an Arab to Jew racial tier list.
Well, I mean, if Ethan Klein said it was anti-Semitic, it must be.
Desirable tier is Arab. And at the bottom, the worst one is, quote, Loves Sabra. Now, why does Loves Sabra equate to Jews? Sabra is a well-known Israeli company that makes hummus. Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's the fucking point. Sabra is an Israeli company. Israel is well known for stealing hummus from the Palestinians who they stole the land from and claiming it as their own. Thus, if someone loves shitty Israeli mass-produced hummus, Thus, they are diametrically opposed to Arab in this tier list, which is not an Arab to Jew tier list. It's a tier list of people who can say the endearing term Habibi, which is basically like, it's kind of like, oh, who can say the N-word or not, that sort of thing. Thus, okay, Israel being a country that wants to eliminate Arabs from its territory, which it stole, to like a shitty Israeli brand of hummus, is just about the least Arab and thus the least able to say the term Habibi that you could possibly be. Okay? Very simple. Anti-Semitic dog whistle because Ethan Klein said so. Dude, I can debunk this in 2 seconds. You are literally like a 2 IQ fucking moron. You don't think critically about anything at all. I mean, you don't even have the impulse to think critic. It's like Ethan Klein said it's a dog whistle. I mean, I guess it is. I'm not going to actually look into this and try to learn something so that I can judge for myself whether or not it is. I mean, I guess he said it is. This is precisely the sort of thing that this guy would be incredibly against normally, right? Like, he would see someone saying like, you did like an okay sign. That's a white supremacist symbol. And he'd be like, it's just an okay sign. Come on, it's a well-known symbol. It's not a dog whistle or anything. Oh, and here's Ethan Klein crafting like this grand, ridiculous conspiracy narrative about how actually the very easy to explain reason why this tier list has Love Sabra at the end of it, which is because it's a fucking Israeli brand of hummus and Israel genocides Arabs. So obviously that's like the least Arab you could possibly be, is to love the shitty Israeli brand of an Arab food. It's not that, right? It just means Jew. It just means Jew. That's all there is to it. In any other circumstance, even when it is a real dog whistle, you'd be like, oh, you're being fucking ridiculous. Fucking crazy lefties think everything is racism. But in this case, because it's Israel and because he loves to support Israeli genocide, he just goes right for it. Identity politics for me, but not for thee. You see how this is?
Sabra literally means a Jew that was born in Israel. They told me
it means the brand of hummus is called Sabra. No one cares about this fucking Hebrew term, except for Israelis.
And immediately put me in Sabra. Love Sabra, literally in this case, means Jew lover. So you're telling me you understand what a microaggression is, but you can't understand why a Jewish man might be uncomfortable with this. I feel like this is indefensible.
I'm uncomfortable as a Jewish man. This is everything that people like this would usually just dismiss offhandedly, but now that they can weaponize it, they're all fucking for it. Weaponizing it to support genocide, they're all for it.
Anti-Semitism. And this was greenlit by Twitch.
You are a fucking just identity politics, feelings over facts type guy. You are precisely what you pertain to rally against.
Will appear on their main stage.
You've got to be kidding me. They're saying Jew lover as a slur in the modern day.
He just accepts it. It's just, Ethan Klein said so. That's what they're saying then. You got to be kidding me. You said Jew lover as a slur?
Just to Kill a Mockingbird, are we back in the 60s? All these anti-racists are calling people the equivalent of N-word lovers.
This is the dumbest person alive! Oh my god, I would love to talk to this guy live. It would be so funny. Holy shit, I would... Think before you sleep. I know you don't think very often, let alone before you sleep, but get in contact, come on stream. I want to rack your brain. I want to see how the cogs work in there. I think it would be an enlightening experience for both of us.
As an insult to those who disagree with them.
And again, these are the same people that judged me based on the thumbnail that I used for like the Keppels video. So to give you a quick idea to understand, putting 2 Jews in the F tier kind of gives you an idea of like where they're at. Arabs.
Okay, so look, I perfectly understand. Now maybe that Ethan Klein and Ben Shapiro are on the F tier because they're crazed genocidal Zionists. You know, they literally believe in Arab genocide and ongoing Arab genocide, no less. Maybe that's why they're there. It's no wonder that this some ordinary gamer's dumb fuck who claims to be anti-genocide and stuff like that is considered pro-genocide, given that he just takes this ridiculous fucking pro-genocide propaganda by Ethan Klein, hook, line, and sinker. What a fucking joke. Does this guy ever try to okay, he's going to try to contest the facts here maybe. Let's see.
And that includes Noah Samson, which brings us back to Noah's video. You see, ironically, Noah complained that Ethan was a liar who was lying by omission. Here's a reminder of that.
But it's that last thing that I think does quite a bit of damage, lying by omission.
What's funny is that if you actually watch Noah's video and aren't ideologically possessed, you can pretty easily notice that Noah does basically everything that he accuses Ethan of. This is a repeated tactic that he uses in a lot of his content.
Show us some.
And I mean that it is uncanny.
This isn't about the facts, right? It's not about the facts for him. He doesn't want to take a side. Both sides are bad. And here he is, right? Contesting the facts regarding the Israeli genocide of Palestinians. He's going to go in here and go to bat for the Israeli side, trying to contest the facts. It's not about the facts. I'm not pro-Israel or anything. I'm not pro-genocide anyway. Here is me defending genocide, trying to make it look like something that is anti-genocide, is actually false. Let's check it
How
out.
much important context that Noah either removes or completely leaves out for the purpose of radicalizing his audience and enraging them against his enemies. For example,
His enemies, like people doing an ongoing genocide right now.
Noah's video was about people rightfully complaining that Hassan has violated Twitch rules numerous times.
Who gives a shit about Hassan and Twitch rules? I thought you were going to talk about something that matters. Who gives attack civilian shit?
Gotten a one-day ban for it, Twitch rules numerous times by doing things like promoting a terrorist organization, and he's only gotten a one-day ban for it.
He just calls the Houthis a terrorist organization and moves on. He doesn't even try to argue why that is. He doesn't even examine the evidence. He just pops a fucking article on the screen, doesn't tell us who it's from. It's an anti-genocide blockade. The same sort of thing that was carried out by the British against the Nazis in World War II. I'm glad that it's happening, and I hope it continues. Doing nothing against genocide is a whole lot worse than doing something about it, and it doesn't matter how many times you just offhandedly call them terrorists. This guy has no... I thought he was going to try to contest the facts. He doesn't. It's just Hassan Piker.
Right, and only after Twitch started getting
Who gives a fish about Hassan Piker Twitch ban? The video is about fucking genocide.
Yet Asmongold has a single moment where he said some bad stuff.
A single moment where he said some bad stuff. Play the bad stuff.
He got a 14-day ban. In his video, Noah talks about this ban and shows a clip of Asmongold saying some messed up
stuff. Asmongold outright said that Palestinians deserve to be genocide. Palestinians currently being genocide deserve to be genocide. He said that. And then he gave an insincere apology afterwards and continued to do the exact same far-right propaganda that he'd always been doing.
Up things.
Asmongold made some...
Again, this is virtue signaling. This is you get caught out, you get backlash for calling for fucking genocide, and then you pretend to retract what you said. That's what happened.
Comments that explicitly justified Israel's genocide of Palestinians in Gaza.
I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. They come from an inferior culture. I don't feel...
Literally. Look at that.
Bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
Noah actually shows this moment in both the videos that he's being sued for. And I'll agree that this clip is pretty bad.
It's just pretty bad, you know.
If you saw that, you would think that Asmongold is a horrible person.
Yeah, he is a horrible person. Obviously, everyone knows he's a horrible person.
One would come to if you don't know much else about him, which probably describes most of Noah's audience. There's one problem, though. Asmongold very famously apologized for these statements. Now, since 2 years ago...
When there's backlash, you virtue signal and pretend that you didn't actually mean what you meant, what you clearly said. This guy is just... How dare you not, like, uncritically accept the virtue signaling, like, pretend apologies of people who have consequences for their actions? Does he actually try to contest anything here? What about this part? Support from Israeli society. Let's see if he actually tries to deal with the facts at any point.
It's always terrible when innocent people are hurt in the crossfire of war, which is why I'm very
They're hurt in the crossfire of war. This is a systematic attempt to erase the Palestinians of Gaza as identifiable people by massacring them. These are not people hurt in the crossfire of war. Them being hurt and massacred is the whole point. And you're trying to claim that, you know, I'm in the center here. I'm not on either side. I think they both do bad things. Well, you literally whitewash an ongoing genocide. This is like referring to victims of the Holocaust as little more than people being caught in the crossfire of war. Obviously, if you did that, you would be for the Holocaust. You would be downplaying it and thus enabling it. That's what you're doing here. You're on the Israeli side. Doesn't matter how much you say both sides are bad, you dumb fuck.
Anti-war and very against the use of violent tactics. However, remember that Noah's biggest criticism of Ethan Klein is that Ethan was lying by omission by not telling the Palestine side of the war. Well, this war is a two-way street, and both sides have done some pretty awful things.
Now, let us imagine that someone is talking about the Holocaust, and then another guy comes along and says, hey, why are you talking about the Nazi perspective of this war? You know, wars have two sides. And then you were like, it's like a systematic extermination of an ethnic group. I don't really care about the Nazi perspective on that. That is what this guy is arguing here. He's literally doing standpoint epistemology for a genocide. He's doing standpoint epistemology. His argument here is, why aren't you considering the thoughts and feelings of the people doing the genocide? This is a right-winger who is like anti-SJW, facts over feelings. Oh, get out of here with the identity politics and the virtue signaling. And his best argument here is, why don't you consider the poor, marginalized Israeli perspectives, the guys doing genocide? Okay. Now let's get to the good part. Let's see if you can try to contest the facts here, because it is a fact, a provable fact, that for one, the Israelis are obviously wrong, empirically provable facts, and for two, that the Israelis overwhelmingly support the genocide. And rather than talking about like what is right, like who is actually right here, this guy's like, there's two sides to every story, and both sides here are the same. It's not that like different sides have better evidence, better proof that, you know, proves their case, and perhaps one side is wrong and the other side is in the right. No, no, no. We have to consider both sides equally, the genociders and the genocided, the neck and the boot. This guy's, I don't even know. There's like not a scale for me to use that exists for how stupid he is. This is a next level stupidity.
The problem here is that Noah only tells the Palestinian side of the story, while at the same time, this is how he represents the Israelis.
There's a comment I saw on Ethan Klein's video. It read, I feel like a lot of people can't separate Israelis and the Israeli government, and the same with the other side. Like you are allowed to hate on the people who actually kill people and not hate the innocent adults and children that are being killed from both sides. This is a popular framing among liberals and liberal outlets that we should separate the Israeli people from the actions of their government. While there are some examples from the past where this may be true, such as the case of the American public's attitudes towards the end of the Vietnam War, which diverged from their government, the same cannot be said in the case of Israel. The vast majority of the Israeli public supports this genocide. Months into the genocide, polling showed that over 95% of Jewish Israelis supported the IDF's actions, with a majority of those in...
This is true. This is true. You notice how he says he's not contesting the facts, and he just puts like a bunch of random text with MS Paint trying to claim this is not true.
Indicating that the IDF was not using enough force.
Like, look at this little text he put in the corner. Noah uses polling data from like 10 minutes after October 7th, in November 2023, when they'd already killed 10,000 Palestinians. And he says, of course, the Jews are mad. What? So the Israelis are genocidal, but rather than contesting that fact, he tries to justify them being genocidal with the Jews are mad, and he calls Israelis just the Jews. Just the Jews, right? For him, there's no difference between an Israeli and a Jew. Isn't it funny how quickly the right-winger who's anti-identity politics reverts to nothing more than a rank appeal to identity politics, trying to be like, they're just Jews, right? They're just Jews. Like, they're perennially oppressed. They're basically victims of the Holocaust. And of course they're gonna wanna, you know, massacre and genocide the people who they already wanted to massacre and genocide before this. I don't know if you know, but history didn't begin on October 7th. I don't know if you know, but they've been doing this sort of thing since fucking 100 years or so ago at this point. Israel is a country entirely based on the dispossession of Palestinians and their eventual complete extermination or expulsion for the benefit of Israeli Jews. This isn't new. None of this is new. Okay, how dare you use this poll? Like he doesn't try to contest the facts. He just tries to justify it and tries to say that the genocidal Israeli public, overwhelmingly genocidal Israeli public, literally in this poll, 95% at least, openly genocidal. And this guy's like, well, of course they're going to be genocidal. How could you expect anything less? It's justified, actually. They're Jewish.
In Gaza. The force in question there being, genocide. They wanted more. It wasn't enough. This should come as no surprise, given Israel's history. A country that exists on the logic of ethnic supremacy and colonization requires a certain level of dehumanization to keep its inhabitants from collapsing under the weight of the reality of their rotten society.
Yes, yeah, so those were some harsh words. Someone with 6,000 likes on his comment tries to humanize the innocent on both sides. It's, well, rightfully...
He tries to humanize the innocents on both sides? How does supporting genocide make you an innocent? 95% of Israelis, okay? 95%, that's 19 out of 20 people support genocide outright. They want the Palestinians gone, expelled, wiped off the face of the earth. And you're like, trying to humanize innocent people on both sides? How does supporting a genocide carried out for your benefit by your country 20 kilometers away from where you live? How are you innocent when you support that? You're not fucking innocent. This is like a guy talking about like the innocent Nazi Party voters who had nothing to do with the Holocaust.
Aiming blame at the evil people who are actually causing the war, yet Noah takes the radical...
How the fuck is 95% of the population supporting the war, not them being evil people? Obviously, this could not happen without the support of them. This could not happen without them. Something of this scale cannot happen without massive societal support, without massive complicity. And the polling proved that. Rather than arguing against that, your argument is just, this is sort of problematic. This is not a good look, dude. How dare you say that? No rebuttal to the actual facts. Just how dare you? Because you know that you're factually incorrect and you have no line of argument to support your fucking claims.
And dehumanizes one side by saying, actually, the Israelis are...
He dehumanized them by showing you what they believe.
evil and rotten. Noah spends quite a bit of time establishing that basically all, not some, but basically all Jews in Israel are a bunch of murderers. Now, by comparison, Ethan just said there were...
He showed a poll that shows that 95% of Israelis, at a minimum, support the Gaza genocide. Clearly. In fact, he showed a poll that showed that a majority of them think they're not going far enough. You can't contest that, so literally all of this is nothing. Like, how dare you say, like, how dare you even say this? How dare you? You show me these facts that I don't like, that conflict with my narrative, that conflict with how I want things to be. How could you ever do that? You are the social justice warrior here, dude. You are the fucking caricature of like a blue-haired screaming lady that you think others are. This is nothing. You have no arguments, no facts, nothing but feelings.
But a lot of innocent people have suffered on both sides, and maybe the Israelis and the Palestinians could figure out a peaceful two-state solution. On the...
I need you on my stream. Come on, come on. If you respond to this without accepting the invitation, you're a fucking pussy little bitch. And you don't want to be a pussy little bitch, do you? You want to be an emasculated little bitch, huh? You're a right-winger. You're all masculine, huh? You like traditional gender roles? Well, prove that you conform to them by coming onto my stream and talking to us. I want to rack your brain. We need a peaceful two-state solution, he says, as one side is literally trying to physically eliminate the other from existence. Holy fuck.
On the other hand, Noah spends the entire time in both of his videos making the Israelis look like the most evil scumbags in the world. I can only imagine that he's doing this with the intent of making his...
How does he do that? By citing facts that you don't like? That shows that they actually do support this genocide?
Audience violence. Noah continues his anti-Israel messaging by showing a few interviews of Israeli citizens and their thoughts on Palestinians.
Another way to get a handle on the seemingly ubiquitous genocidal fervor among Israelis is by just talking to them.
How many civilians have been killed in Gaza, from what you know?
Who gives a shit?
Okay, but don't you feel like, for example, children?
Children grow up to be Arabs. I read the numbers last week. My memory died and went to heaven. I don't think children should suffer, but they're always casualties. And since they do a lot of...
This is literally this guy's... Like, her... Like, she's like, I don't think children should suffer, but unfortunately people happen to die during war. That's her... That's literally the same talking point this guy is using. It's the same. Holy fuck, you're like this woman!
That is a natural result.
Most of the kids that get killed, I never support little children dying, you know? I never want to. But most of them will grow up.
This guy literally, like, you believe this. Why do you pretend you don't agree with this?
Which is
I know you're going to virtue signal after this and pretend that you're against it, but we know what you really believe. That's why you made this video.
By itself, but joining them, which is the worst of the worst.
These people know that they're on camera and that these remarks will be posted on the internet or shared on mainstream news. This is normal to them. This is normal in their society, which is a testament to the fact that their society is not normal. Simply put, it's a genocidal society, top to bottom.
It is.
Now, I can agree that those are some very harsh words. However, people don't just say horrible things like this without a reason.
He's trying to justify it. He's trying to justify it. They're just harsh words. So he's literally saying, sure, they're genocidal, but they have a good reason for it. It's justified.
Noah tried to show why the Israelis are saying these things in an attempt to maybe add some nuance and not...
Add some nuance to the people openly calling for and supporting an ongoing genocide.
Do the exact same thing that he accused Ethan Klein of? No, he doesn't. No one ever asked why Jewish people would say this stuff.
Jewish people, again, the reduction of genocidal Zionist Israelis into just Jews. They're a special group of people who get to have special views like, we support genocide. Why aren't you asking why the Israelis might say this stuff? Why aren't you asking why they might be genocidal? Why aren't you considering the poor marginalized perspective of the genociders? I think that's a good point. That's a good point. Think before you sleep. I wonder why. Why we didn't consider this perspective of the Nazis? I mean, after all, they thought that there was a grand Jewish conspiracy to keep them down. You ever heard of that? Well, I mean, I guess that's an equally valid perspective that we should all be thinking about all the time when we talk about the Holocaust. The poor marginalized German perspective. Victims of the Jews, right? That's basically what you're saying here, is that we have to think about these people and where they're coming from in their support of genocide. I'll tell you where they're coming from. They live in a country, a racially supremacist country, based entirely on invading another land, stealing it from the people who are already there, and subsequently trying to get rid of them as much as possible to take what they have for yourself. So when you ask this question of why do Israelis support the genocide of Palestinians, it's because it benefits them. It's because they get something out of it. They get to steal their land, their homes, and they get rid of the inconvenience that their existence poses to them. That's why. So I'm glad that I could answer that question for you. Let's see what your answer to that question is.
Well, as someone who did basic research on this, maybe it has something to do with him.
As someone who did basic research on this, he doesn't have a side here, right? He's against both sides. Both sides are bad. Anyway, here's some Israeli propaganda. It's justified because of October 7th.
Us massacring people on October 7th. Like Noah, it turns out that I also happen to have a friend who lives in the area, so I thought I'd ask him about the Jewish perspective on...
I asked my Israeli friend, my genocidal Israeli friend, to tell me about the Israeli propaganda. Can we get some genocidal Israeli propaganda on the genocide, please? Can we get some nuance here? Could we hear from the Nazi? Could we hear from the SS officer? Oh, this is the dumbest fucker in the world. Holy shit. Okay, I'm tapping out. That's too much. I'm not watching another 30 minutes of this. This guy is the dumbest fucker in the world. We need to get the genocider's perspective out of this. And he's like, I'm not going to contest the facts. I don't care about the facts. And then he's like, well, actually, the truth is that Israel is right and justified. And the genocidal Israelis, at best, when they're genocidal, it's kind of like harsh words and they're justified in being genocidal. But, you know, he's neutral. He's neutral. He's in the center. Both sides are bad. Anyway, here's an Israeli openly calling for genocide, which I personally think is justified, and I understand where they're coming from. Amazing. Think before you sleep. You support genocide. You are a vile genocide supporter. The blood of Palestinian children is now on your hands, along with the hands of Ethan Klein, Mudahar, and all these other people. I'll say that openly and proudly. Come at me with your fucking lawsuit, you dumb fuck. For the crime of defamation, as you said. Well, how fucking embarrassing. These slop tubers need to be stopped. They need to be banned from everything. They should not be allowed to blurt out this crap and profit from it. Like, I asked my Nazi friend for some perspective on the systematic, organized, broadly societally supported genocide of the Palestinian people in order to steal their land. Now ask your Nazi friend for his perspective on the need to eliminate the Jews in the Holocaust, dude. Might as well.
damn good, but
dude, I want to win fat, dude. Come on, guys. Land this. Land right in the boat. That's a winner. No, it's not. Come on, guys. Keep going. Oh my god, dude. Come on. Oh my god. Nope. That's a loss. Nope. Fucking hell, dude.
So a few months back, gambler extraordinaire Boss Man Jack was released from jail, and things have basically gone right back to how they used to be, bar the crack usage, or at least, for the most part. And the one thing that's of course remaining as an ever-present constant is Jack losing thousands of dollars every night on stream. And no matter how painful it gets to watch it, he's gonna do it over and over and over again. Because for Jack, it's not about the actual money, it's about the win itself, the high he gets when he sees all those zeros piling up at the end of his win. And I've been out gambling before, I know that feeling, it feels damn good, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't feel as good as this next clip feels bad, because Jack has thousands in his account. He could leave right now and be all set, but of course, I have a feeling we all know what's about to happen here. Remember, pretty simple logic. Red line means he loses money, green line means he wins it. And so, in the time I've been talking, it's gone from $4,000 to $1,000 to $2,000 now. Now it's back down to $2,000 yet again after just being at $3,000. It's back to $2,000 after just being at $1,000. And it's hovering around that $2,000 mark pretty consistently until, of course, Jack clicks that button one too many times, the red line appears just a little too much, and every cent in his account is gone.
Oh my god, I'm a fat. Oh, fuck you.
It's just amazing how quick the highs can go to lows, and especially with gambling, that's always going to happen. We made it known in the first video on Jack, and it's just a fact of life that if you go to a casino, no, the house always wins. You're never going to just consistently leave with big amounts of money, and when you join these new websites, maybe on the first 1 or 2 playthroughs, they are inclined to make you hit big, so that once you win like an exorbitant amount of money, you're going to come right back. You're going to want to play the next day and win some more. And that's what happens to Jack here sometimes. He'll join a new app, win a shit ton of money, but of course he pisses it away before he can even get excited. And that's what happened yesterday, because Jack was on a pretty damn good run. He built up close to $30,000. And as you can imagine, Jack was so excited. He was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go tell my parents, which is never a good move. He always tells his parents when he wins money, and then by the time they actually sit down and talk about it again, that money is back in the casino's pockets. But maybe today would be different. Jack got up there, he was at a big amount of money. He was like, man, I'm gonna buy a car, I'm finally gonna do it. And maybe everything ended happy for Jack. So let's take a look at yesterday's stream and see Jack go all the way up and pray that he doesn't fall all the way down.
What? Okay. That's sketchy. Come on, land this. Land this. Oh my god, land this, dude. Oh my god, land this, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude.
So Jack has been obsessed with this new game with airplanes. You decide how much you want to put on the line, and the airplane gets up in the air, and look at that. His $100 bet is now $4,000, $12,000, $19,000. And all that needs to happen is that plane needs to land. And into the water it goes. No $19,000 for Boss Man Jack. Not even a dime.
Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my fucking god. I thought I won that. I actually thought I won that, dude. I actually thought I won that. Oh my fucking god. Damn, it's not a loss. Let's do 200 planes. Yeah, that hurts my heart too.
So yeah, I don't know about you, but this game just screams like this sketchy, rigged, and all these games are, right? Not a single one is going to give you a fair chance, but that plane probably should have landed. At least that first $19,000 one, I'd be pretty pissed too. Jack, that thing was really right there teetering on the edge, and I imagine if you play this as much as Jack does, he can tell when one's gonna hit and one's not. And a lot of these look pretty damn close to someone who doesn't play this game, right here, right? But no, into the water again. And each one of these is $200, and maybe $100 here and there, but it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. And Jack, I'd imagine, every now and again gets thrown a bone by one of these games, maybe a couple $1,000 win here and there, because he's putting out hundreds each single spin. But it's not that bad for him. And you might ask why. I mean, that sounds terrible. $100 and $200 spins on this rigged game? Yeah, I mean, but he's using it from his $15,000 he has in his balance already.
Fuck. 200 playing, let's see what happens. 3 grand in the bag, let's go. 15 grand, 15 grand. Oh my God, land this, land this. Oh my God, land this. Oh my God, land this. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, it's a loss, it's a loss. Don't even get your hopes up. I thought it was a win for a second. I'm going to 15K as lowest. Come on, guys. Oh my God, dude, we need a fat win. Come on, guys. Land this. Oh my God, 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 land this, dude. Oh my God, land this, dude. Please, oh my God, land this. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God, dude. Stop, dude.
I'll be honest, that game seems like an absolute money pit, but I would be like enthralled to watch Jack play more of this on stream, because I'm wondering, do they ever let like these $45,000 planes land? Because the one on screen right here, I thought personally, oh shit, he's got it. But Jack knew from the second it was descenting that no, he didn't. But I imagine these things can't hit every like day or so, maybe once every month, maybe 2 months it'll hit for somebody. But I don't know. With the amount Jack's putting in here, you'd think they'd throw him a bone, but it's a casino at the end of the day. They don't give a fuck. They're just gonna keep on taking Jack's bread. But he's leaving with 15K. He's gonna jump to a new game, and hopefully his luck takes a turn. But before we get to that next game, you may have noticed something on screen, and that is that it no longer says Bossman Jack, because Jack has changed his name. He doesn't want to be known by that old, dirty Bossman Jack name that people like make synonymous with all these terrible crack-smoking, gambling freak-out events. Now he is Austin Gambles. And I mean, I get where he's coming from. You know, he said he wanted to move on from his past. When Jack was talking about how he used to be in jail before for breaking into cars when he was younger, and then he talks about like his past and how he wants to change, he does seem a bit remorseful. And maybe in his mind, the first step was changing his name. But I will say this, nobody is going to refer to you as Austin Gambles. You'll always be Bossman Jack, at least to the people who have known your story from the beginning, or at least for the past few years. Now, I'm not sure if I missed something here in the stream, but Bossman starts talking about how he needs to win his money back. And he does, and it's not the only time in this video he's gonna do so. And it's just something that I always feel like I need to let you guys know, again, does not happen often on these casino apps. When you're down and out. When you go from like $20,000 to $2,000, you're not gonna get anywhere close back to 15K anytime soon. However, you're not Bossman Jack.
Oh! What you doing now, buddy? What you doing now, son? Let's go! Let's go! Yeah, buddy! Let's go. I'm out of here. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude. I got it back. Oh my God, dude.
Archangel prepping fire.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my God, dude, stop. Oh my God, stop, dude. Stop doing these. Stop doing these. Oh my God. Okay, I'm out. I'm fucking out, dude. Oh my fucking God. Why the fuck do I go to dice, bro? Why the fuck do I go to dice? Oh my God, dude.
So I don't know if you noticed it, because it is quite tiny on the top of the screen, but he started this clip, this 23-second clip, with $17,000 in his account, and he ended it with 10 in there. So just 4 clicks of a button, $7,000 gone. Like, oh my God, my chest, I'm keeling over right now. Like, oh, like, come on, dude. Like, look, I get it. I like gambling too, but when you get to this level, man, I mean, come the fuck on. And you can't afford it, Jack. You're not like some millionaire that's like, whatever, I'll be fine. This is like, you need this money.
Oh my God, dude. Okay, I'm actually leaving. I'm actually withdrawing, bro. Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my fucking God, dude. Damn, dog. I just lost like 8K, dude. One more on dice. There we go. Oh my God, dude. Come on. Come on, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God! 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 I'm out! I'm fucking out! Oh my fucking God! 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 I just want a 5K dice.
Now listen. Despite everything I may have just said about gambling, Jack in that moment proved that quitters never win. He was about to walk away with $7 grand, and that instinct in him hit, and he was like, gotta get back there, gotta put more on the line. And before he knew it, 10 seconds later, that $7 grand had a 1 in front of it. Now, 9 times out of 10, this would not have happened. Jack would have completely lost out, and he would have been like, oh my fucking God, dude. And which he basically did. He does say that a lot, and he'll say it a whole lot more, but he'd say it in a more sad tone, and he'd end the stream, and that would be that. But not right now, because he just made $10,000 extra, and you heard him at the end of the clip there, and you'll hear him a lot more right now say that he's gonna withdraw. He's gonna take that money, he's gonna leave this gambling app, and just have a great rest of his week, you know? Like, he's gonna buy a new fucking car, everything's gonna be awesome, because Boss Man just won himself a quick 17K.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh, I ranked up too. Holy shit. How much is that? Holy fuck, guys. Oh my God, dude. My heart is fucking, dude, my heart is racing, bro. How much is this? How much was that? Oh my fucking God, dude. How much did I just get, bro? Oh my fucking God, dude.
I feel like I need to mention this app just randomly gave Jack about $2,000 just to like play around with. I don't know. I've never played on a gambling app where they have different tiers, or I guess I've never played enough to get to a different tier, because like the most a gambling apps ever offered me is like, here's $5, here's $10, never here's $2,000 just on the house, bro. Do you know how much you must gamble to get something like that?
I'm gonna go for 20K, guys. We gotta get to 20K. We gotta get to 20K. We gotta get it. Oh my fucking God, dude. $20,000. Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my fucking God, dude. All right, dude, I'm done now. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude. $20,000. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Dude, let's go shopping for cars, dude. Oh my fucking God, dude. I'm actually gonna get one this time, dude. I've changed my ways, bro. I've changed my ways. I'm not the same person I used to be, bro. I'm not the same person I used to be, bro. I'm actually gonna get a fucking car this time, dude. Good morning, Gamble. I have 20K, dude. I just won 20K. I just won $20,000, dude. Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my God, bro. What are we looking for here? Oh shit balls. This is in our price range. Yo, imagine me whipping this shit, dude.
So, I mean, you heard it here. He's a different and changed man. Ever since going to jail, he has been rehabilitated. And though Jack may gamble, he will not just run his account down to nothing. He now has enough to get a BMW, for Christ's sake. And he's gonna get it. Like, he's talking about it. Like, man, imagine how sick I'd look whipping around in this car. He's dreaming about it already, and he's got the money to do so. It must be a damn good feeling. And it'd be a shame if he'd do anything to jeopardize that.
I don't know what to do next. Here, let me go talk to my parents real quick. This is fucking crazy. Oh, I didn't see my webcam. Y'all didn't even tell me my webcam was messed up. I did. I'm gonna go for 30K, guys. I'm gonna go for 30K. I'm gonna go for a 1,300 right at the bet. Oh, come on, dude. Last one. Last one. Oh my God, dude, stop. Oh my God, stop. Oh my God, dude.
And so, of course, as any good boss man does, he jumps right back into it. After talking about getting a new car, after saying he needs to go talk to his parents, he says, you know, just wait a minute. Let me sit here. Let me take a few seconds to try to run this shit up, maybe to 30,000 now. And he starts getting his money up there a little bit. You see it hitting like 22, 24K, but then it drops right back down to 20. And before you know it, it starts dropping and and it doesn't stop. And what's so weird about this is OG Clay, the GOAT, who put up this entire edit of Jack, he'll be linked in the description below, and he had to edit out Jack using Jesus of Suburbia by Green Day in this live stream of his. But if you listen very closely, you'll still be able to hear that the song goes along almost perfectly with Jack losing all of his money and losing basically everything that day. And the second the song stops, Jack's stream basically. To that in due time, Jack lives at home with his parents, treats them like absolute shit, there's no doubt about that. With some of those clips you're about to see today, you will understand that full well.
Why do you think I'm talking to people? Get the out of here. Oh my God! Look at this bullshit chat!
No, I believe that's his stepdad he's yelling at right there. His real mom is in the house with him. He treats her like a little bit better, but not by much. He's always kicking holes in his walls, kicking holes in his doors, and I keep saying the word his, but it's not really his. Like, yeah, it's his room, but he lives in their house. But one of the most messed up things I see him do on stream, almost on like a pretty consistent basis, is win a fair bit of money, call up his parents, cry about it, brag about it, but then immediately go and lose that money in maybe like the next 20 minutes. It's literally a boy who cried wolf situation, because now when he runs to them talking about how much money he won, you really think they can believe it, and then he gets really pissed off when they don't get as hype as him. If you had your son running up to you on a daily basis telling you that he just pulled himself out of debt, and then he goes and always loses the money each and every time without fail, yeah, you're not going to believe him after a while. And then Jack gets offended by it because it's a big deal to him. Why can't it be a big deal to them? Well, because everybody, even your parents, knows how this is going to end.
Dude, oh my God! Oh my God, dude! Oh my God! I just want another $1,000! I swear to God! I don't want to hear it! Shut the fuck up!
Damn good, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't feel as good as I'm finally going to do it, and maybe everything ended happy for Jack. So, boss man Jack.
Oh! What you doing now? Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my God, bro.
I can still get that BMW. But of course, he just keeps clicking that mouse, and before you know it, Jesus of Suburbia comes to an abrupt halt.
Oh my fucking God, oh my God. Okay, stop. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my fucking God, dude. Stop, dude, stop. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Oh my fucking 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 God, dude. Please be a win. Oh my fucking God, dude. Oh my fucking God, dude. This isn't even funny. Dude, I cannot believe that this happened. Oh my God, dude. 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 Oh my fucking 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 God, dude.
Believe it or not, this may be the video I've uploaded with the most expletives in it. Like, he keeps saying, you know, I can get away with one now. Oh my fucking God, dude. He says it about 200 times in this video here, and I cut out about 100 of them. And that's about it for old Jack. It's gone. All the money's gone. Not a single dime left in his account, and that car is gone. The nice talk with his parents he was planning to have is gone, and this is just fucking sad, man. Like, it's a gambling addiction is a bitch. The fact that just happened should not be a thing, but it is. I mean, and yeah, it's easy for me to say gambling addiction shouldn't be a thing, right? You know, like everything that's bad shouldn't be a thing, but it's been around since the dawn of time. But nowadays, the fact that you don't even have to leave your bedroom to play like 1,000,001 casino games makes it all the worse for people like Jack. And I'm not sitting here being like, oh, you poor boss, man. He does this all himself, and honestly, he should be able to walk away at any moment. I know people who've had gambling addictions, and they say it's pretty hard to break away from it, but you can, and Jack needs to do just that, because before you know it, he's not going to have a dime left to gamble with. And I say that, but he has his own community, a group of people that will be sure to keep Jack a gambling, so I guess that keeps him pushing on, and it's always good to have something, I guess. So to anyone who wants to watch the Boss Man story unfold and see what he's up to every day, Jack streams over on Twitch, and also there's plenty of great channels, as I mentioned at the beginning, like OG Clay, where you can go and check him out and see all the highlights. And until the next time we see Boss Man Jack, well, I'm just hoping he gets a big win and doesn't piss it all away within the next 24 hours. We all know that's inevitable, so I will not hold my breath. But if you guys did like this video and you want to see more of me covering Boss Man Jack in the future, let me know down in the comments below. And if you really liked it, then maybe give it a like. I don't know if that does anything in the YouTube algorithm. I never look into it as much, but maybe try it out. I don't know. I don't particularly care. If you don't think I deserve it, then screw it. Don't do it. But I do want to say thank you for getting to the end of the video here. And tonight, if you want to stop by, we are going to be live for Too High for Stupid episode 101 over on Kiwi Tape's channel, live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's a lot of shit going on in the world of these crazy individuals we look into. So if you like this video and you want to see more stuff like it, I'd advise stopping over there tonight. We'd love to have you. And until I see you on the next one, take care, everybody, and have a very good rest of your week. The spring is finally here. to that in due time. Jack lives at home with his parents, treats them like absolute shit. There's no doubt about that. With some of those clips you're about to see today, you will understand that. Believe him after a while. And then Jack gets offended by it because it's a big deal to him. Why can't it be a big deal to them? Well, because everybody, even your parents, knows how this is gonna end.
Dude, oh my God! Oh my God, dude! Oh my God! I just want another $1,000! I swear to God! I don't want to hear it! Shut the up! Shut the up! You shut the up! You're a fucking bullshit! Yo, shut the up, dude! Hey, shut the up! Yo, you shut the and don't say that shit in front of all my people watching my stream. Get the fuck out of my face, dude. Go get it for me. God damn, what a buzzkill, bro. God damn, I just won $3 grand and I got my dad yelling at me to be quiet. It's 8 in the night. Shut the up. God damn. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry, chat, for my loser dad not being as hyped as me for my like $3,000 bonus win. Now, look, if you've ever gambled before, a $3,000 win is nothing to sneeze at. That's nice. That's $3,000 you didn't have. But in Jack's case, it's $3,000 that he's not going to have in the very, very near future. Now, he hasn't always been this way, though. Before Jack was hooked on real gambling, he was hooked on RuneScape gambling, where he would do battles for like tons and tons of millions of gold, and when he would lose it, he'd have the same types of reactions that he'd have now when he's losing thousands in the real world. I don't know if it's fair to say that Jack has an anger problem. I feel like anybody who gambles a lot and loses a lot probably acts the same way. I don't really have too many friends who are like heavy gambling addicts like this, going down tens of thousands on a nightly basis, but I'd imagine it gets you pretty upset. Now, I don't think everybody at a casino who goes down tremendous money is acting like Jack, but again, when it happens over and over and over to you, maybe you just snap. Now, I can't speak to that, and I don't think a lot of you guys can speak to that because none of us are just pissing away thousands of dollars every night, but if we were, maybe this is how we'd act. I'm not justifying Jack's behavior. I've just never been in these shoes before, so I don't really know how this would make me feel. Because look, you gotta be pretty dumb to constantly put your money into these machines and expect a different result when it always eats away your money. But in those rare instances where Jack gets his wins, oh boy, does he celebrate. But as I've mentioned over and over again, as you are going to see will be the constant theme of this video, every time Jack wins, you can always guarantee that it may not be today, it's probably going to be tomorrow, but it could even be the next day. Jack is going to put all that money back in his account, even if he withdraws a little bit, and he's just going to lose it right away. I'll show you tons of examples of that right now.
80 piece, Doug, please hit. Oh, shit, one more 80. Oh, my balance is lagging. Oh, my God, yo! Oh, my God! Dude, there's no way! Oh, my God, guys, there's no way! There's no way, guys! Yes, yes! Oh, my God! Dude, there's no way! No way! No way! I just hit 7 grand on the dot! On the dot, dude! I'm done. I quit. I quit streaming. I'm done. I'm done with all this. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
And don't you dare go into his chat when he's losing either and call him out or laugh about it, because he will sit there and ridicule you 6 ways till Sunday, talking about how he has much more money than you, but then he just always ties it back to how sad he is, how he needs to stop, and how his life sucks.
You are a loser. You are a loser. You got anything to say for yourself, loser? Go yourself, dude. I hate you. I hate my life. I hate my life so much, man. I don't even want to anymore, dude. I swear to God. Bro! I've lost. Oh, my God.
No household item is safe from the wrath of Boss Man Jack. When he loses, it doesn't matter what is in front of him, he will break it. There are times where he has like these crisis of faith moments where he looks at himself and kind of goes like, what the hell am I doing? But even then, after like a few hours, he's right back to gambling, losing all his money again, and then throwing a chair when the time's right.
I am bleeding. Oh my God, dude. That did not just happen, dude. Oh my God, bro. I am bleeding all over the place, bro. Oh my gosh, dude, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go, guys. No, I'm not. I might do something stupid, dude. I gotta go, guys. I just lost $300, dude. I gotta go. I don't even know where my mouse is to end the stream, bro. I don't even know where my mouse is to end the stream. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude.
A lot of people say that Jack baits for sympathy in many of these moments, trying to make people feel bad for him so they'll donate some money and he can keep gambling. And for the most part, a lot of people really do supply him with juicers. Juicers are what Jack calls when people give him money to help, juice his profit margin. Let's try to get some wins. When people send him this money, a lot of times he'll say, dude, I'll get you back. He never gets them back. And then he loses the money almost each and every time. I don't understand why anyone would really want to donate to Boss Man, because you're basically donating to steak. It's true. It's true. When you donate to Boss Man Jack, you're putting money right in Eddie from Steak's pockets. But who am I to tell you what to do with your crypto or whatever he uses? And speaking of Steak, he was sponsored by them for a while. He would be given free money on Steak that he had to then go on stream and gamble away, which, if you haven't guessed, probably really further pushed this gambling addiction to another level. But then he did some stupid shit, lost that, and now he's sponsored by another gambling company where, surprise, surprise, he still has to go and gamble every day in order to get whatever money they are giving him. I'll be honest, I don't know how that whole situation works, but I do know that it's probably not the best situation for Jack, because it's just forcing him to continue going down this path that's going to inevitably lead to him just losing everything one of these days. But enough of the serious, boring adult talk. Let's get back to seeing Jack get some dope wins and then crying when he loses it all again.
Oh my God! Oh my God, dude! Holy fucking shit balls, chat! Oh my God, dude! I cannot believe I just lost all that money.
It happened so fast. You guys want to see him do it again?
Oh my gosh! I just made 10 grand, Mom! Mom! Oh my gosh! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh! Yeah, boys! Yeah, buddy! Oh yeah! Oh my gosh, guys! Oh my gosh, dude! Oh my gosh, dude! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, no way. Dude, what the fuck, dude?
You see, ladies and gentlemen, here's where it gets dangerous. Because a few $100 lost, even a few $1,000 lost, that's chump change to Boss Man Jack. And those are his words, not mine. When somebody comes at him wrong in the chat, he'll be sure to remind them that Jack has pissed away more money than these people have ever seen in their lives. Which is a really... it's not... That doesn't make you look good either, but I digress. But let's up the ante a little bit. I want to show you some clips like this now, where Jack wins close to $18,000 on this roulette wheel. And at that point, you'd think, hey man, maybe cash out $10K if you want to keep playing, play with 8K. I mean, if you're smart, you cash out like 17K and keep playing with 1,000 maybe. But Jack decides no. I'm just going to keep spinning this wheel, this electronic wheel, by the way. It's not even a real wheel at the casino, and I know many people think they put magnets in those, but this one, what you're seeing on screen right now, it's basically just a random number generator. They pick what number they want to see hit every time, and after Jack's won this much money, you bet your ass they probably don't want to see any of those numbers hitting no more.
Yeah! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! This isn't happening! Oh my God! I almost got it all out, all back. Oh my God.
So in this particular instance, the one I was just talking about, the one you see Jack screaming about, that apparently got him all his money back that he had lost. That was a big deal for Jack. As I've mentioned before, he's in debt, and a lot of these wins are big things for him where he can pull himself out of debt and be just safe, completely not worrying about any types of money issues, and that's that. But in the time that I've been sitting here talking to you about all that, he has now lost $16,000 of that $18,000, and he's gonna drop it all the way down to zero, because that's the way a boss man does it. He can lose that shit in literal seconds, and yeah, I bet you a lot of gamblers can, but our little Jackie, he's just the most special one doing it. But get ready for this next clip, because if 19,000 wasn't a lot, what about 22,000?
I have 40K right now. I have 40K total. Oh my God. No! Fuck you, I lost 6,000. No. No! Bro! Bro! Oh my god! Oh, dude, I'm gonna fucking... Oh my god! Dude, what? That did not just happen to me. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The best part about this video is that you notice how he's on the phone right there? Yeah, well, he's trying to get in touch with who I believe is his mother in order to brag about this $22,000 he just won. And before she can even pick up the phone, he has lost it. And then at the end of the clip there, he gets a call button. It's probably his mom calling back being like, Jack, what's up? What's up, dude? Like, what you calling me for at work right now? Did something big happen? Nah, Mom just butt dialed you, my bad. But you see, maybe I'm wrong about old boss man, because just a few weeks ago, Captain Jack spotted his white whale, and he harpooned the shit out of that bitch. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. All these thousands of dollars that Jack has squandered over the years damn near became obsolete in just one gambling session.
No! Okay, good. I meant to do a 2,000. I meant to do a 2,000. Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh my god, 12K! Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! 14K! Oh my god! Dude! Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god! Dude, oh my gosh! Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! Dude, I'm lightheaded. I'm lightheaded right now. Yes! 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 20K! 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 Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, dude! Oh my fucking god, dude! Oh my gosh, dude! Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, 20K! Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Bro! Oh my god, I gotta call my parents! I gotta call my parents! I gotta call my parents, dude! Mom, I just won $25,000. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I just won $25,000. Guys, I'm getting a car. For sure. No excuses. None. I'm getting a fucking car. I'm 29 years old. I have not driven a car in 2 years. I've driven, but I haven't driven my own car.
Spotted enemy stun.
Oh my god, there's 30. Yeah, 35. Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go, baby! Let's go, baby! 40 fucking K in the bag. Woo! Let's go, baby!
Engaging.
Oh my god, dude. No, don't say that. I'll lose it all. I'll lose it all. I gotta withdraw now. Gotta withdraw. 40K, I'm good. I cannot believe it. I'm totally debt-free with a big old stack. Oh my god, dude. I was deep in debt, guys. I'm serious. I owe one person more than $4,000. That's fucking huge! That's fucking huge! Oh my god! Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, this is unreal. This is unreal. Oh my god, dude. This is life-changing money. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my fucking god, last spin! Oh, bro. Oh my god. Another one! Oh my god!
Target confirmed.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's the most I've ever won in my life! It's the most I've ever won in my life! It's the most I've ever won in my life! Oh my god, dude! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wait till I tell my parents. My parents are gonna cry. My parents are gonna fucking cry for me, dude. I swear to God. Oh my! I have 100K. I have $100,000. I have $100,000. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. I'm out. I'm not doing a single more. I'm not kidding. I swear to you, I'm not kidding.
Okay, honey.
100 grand, Mom. Are you kidding me?
Now, this next clip is just fascinating because Jack is sitting at 120K. Now, he's already cashed out about 20 to 30K, so really he's sitting at like 150, but he has 120 actively in his account, and he just continuously goes down, down, down. He is at $75,000 right now. Now it's 60, and it's just, he's just lost basically $60,000 just in me sitting here talking to you guys. He gets back up to 70 there, but then the losses just keep on coming, and then something crazy happens. I've never seen a gambling site do this. They bring him back.
Yes! Let's go! 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 Oh my god, let's go! Oh my fucking god, let's go! Oh no, no, no! Yes! Dude, get out! Get out, dude! Please, please! I gotta just leave now. 90K. Yes, get up. Oh my fucking God.
He then unbelievably continues to play and goes down another 20K on just 2 clicks of his mouse, and then the game decides to bring him back up to 100K yet again. This is unbelievable. I've never seen odds like this, and I've told people this many times before, and even said it on myself and Kiwi Tapes' podcast earlier this week, that these gambling apps, when you first sign up for them, they're very likely to give you a bunch of wins, kind of to keep you hooked. And I think Jack was just like on his first few days of this new app, and he's also a partner of these people. So this isn't really too shocking, but it continues to get even crazier, because despite saying he's walking away from the game, a few minutes later he jumps back on and So just yesterday, I dropped a video on notorious internet degenerate gambling streamer Bossman Jack, and in it I talked about how, he doesn't treat his parents very well. He has a past of being arrested for different things like breaking into cars, and also that he is a crackhead. And so shortly after uploading yesterday's video, all 3 of those things ended up biting Jack in the ass tremendously. Now, with the title of the video, you can probably tell already what this is going to be about, but before we get to that, he had a big meltdown stream just earlier that day, and actually it's more like a series of different meltdown streams because it keeps happening over and over again. You see, he's playing this Minesweeper type game at first, and honestly it looks like it would be pretty easy for a while, but then he just keeps getting loss after loss after loss, and then eventually that classic Jack rage comes out.
Oh my God, you. I can't just have a good night ever. Dude, you scamp, dude. Fuck you. That's some scamming shit.
A few bombs in the Minesweeper fields and a few broken keyboards wasn't enough to stop Jack, because after a few more juicers, juicers are what people give Jack to let him keep gambling. They donate him a little bit, and then he can use that money to try to build his winnings. It never really works out like you're about to see here, but Jack was right back at it. He was optimistic that he'd get another win, and for a while there, he does get a few. But then in that classic tried and true Bossman Jack fashion, he bundles all of it.
Yo! Yeah! Yo! Let's go! Let's go, boys! Bansky! $1 grand, bitch! $1 grand a bet! Oh my God, 2 bands! Yo! Oh my God! Let's go! Let's go, guys! This is so sad. Man, my life, dude. Oh my God, dude!
So, as you can see, he is just losing it constantly here. And he's not losing tens of thousands of dollars like we talked about in yesterday's video. He's only losing hundreds here, and yeah, that's still a lot. But for Jack, this really isn't much. It's just been accumulating so much, because ever since he won that 200 grand a few weeks ago, he has not had any types of luck. And obviously when you're someone who gambles as much as him, this is now constantly eating at him in his head, telling him that these companies aren't letting him win because they let him win so fat just a few weeks ago. And you know what? He's probably not too wrong in that assessment, but I digress. That's not the point. No matter what, you can't be getting this angry to the point where you're breaking shit and just losing your mind like this. But if you think it's the last time, even in this video alone, well, you would be sadly mistaken, because Jack goes right back to it. He's playing more of this Minesweeper game, and eventually he's gonna lose it, and then he's gonna go on this weird rant where he kind of predicts and calls everything about himself right before he gets arrested here. Jack says that he's a drug addict, he's a degenerate, he's a parent abuser, which really all this comes full circle in just a few short hours after this stream. But I want to show you it and just let you see how Jack kind of calls his shot.
They fucking hate me. I hate my life too, dude. I'm a loser, bro. I fucking hate my life, dude. Oh my.
You're gonna, dude, I'm gonna have the biggest comeback story of all time, bro. The fucking drug addicted, gambling addicted, degen, parent abusing, fucking whatever, comes back and becomes a great person and accepts his. I'm telling you guys, man, this is just the start. That's just the start, man. Everyone nowadays acts like they got their shit together. Have you guys noticed in our generation, everybody acts like they got their shit together? They're so cool, calm, collected. They got all their shit until you fucking say something to them, and then guess what happens? Guess what happens, guys? They fucking show the real side.
And well, shortly after that stream, Jack sure as hell showed his true side because he got in a fight with somebody in his household. We don't know exactly who yet, but a lot of people are speculating that it was that old dastardly rat dad of his. It could have been his brother. You know, he knocked him out before. It could have been his mom, and I really hope that's not the case. That would be terrible, you know? But Jack, you know, he's facing a lot of jail time for this, and you might be wondering why. He got arrested for misdemeanor assault. Well, he also got arrested for felony drug charges. This is where the whole crackhead thing comes back into play, because whatever Jack had on him, it was enough to be classified as a felony. I don't know if this was just some pot, and I only wonder that because of the jail he's in right now, which again we will get to in just a little bit, because some of you guys might already be typing away at the comments about this jumpsuit Jack is in right now. You see, because if you're somebody who's like new to the channel here, or maybe you're just watching this video because you follow Bossman Jack's story and you want to know what's going on with his arrest, you might not know why this is so significant. However, if you've been watching my videos for about 2 to 3 years now, you will recognize this prison outfit. And if you're like kind of scratching your head right now, it's like, wow, man, I've seen this before, but where have I? Well, it just so happens that Bossman Jack is at Central Regional Virginia Prison, whatever it was called. I'm sorry I don't remember the name, but guess what? It's the jail that Chris Chan went to when he boinked his mother almost 3 years ago. Now, we're coming up on the anniversary of that, which is just terrifying that it's been that long. But it's wild to see somebody else donning those prison colors, and it's not Chris Chan, but it's old Crackman Jack, and he looks just so out of it in this mugshot here, mainly because his eyes are closed. Now, I did Too High for Stupid, the podcast I do every week with Kiwi Tapes, and he brought up a great point last night. Why did they just let this happen? I've never seen them process somebody and then let them take their mugshot with their eyes closed, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jack sneezed during it, who knows, but they could have taken another picture. They didn't. This is what we got now, but it's fascinating to see him in the same jail that Chris once was in, and Jack's gonna have a lot of time to really ponder his life, think about what he's done, and maybe get away from that crack, man. Being in jail is probably the best thing for him. Look, this gambling and all that, it's clearly given him such bad anger issues, worse than he probably ever had. Him breaking his keyboards like that, going nuts like we saw on the stream here today, he's clearly been going through it with the stress of losing all his money, and the drug use is only further amplifying that. And now he assaulted somebody in his household, that got him arrested, and on top of that, they found the drugs at his house, and that's what's going to get him the real time. We don't know yet how much time Jack is going to serve, but it's possible that he could be serving up to 5 years, and that would be a crazy end to this Bossman
Not hearing me. Oh, wait. Okay, you heard me now? Okay. Yeah. All right, I had to unplug it. Not too much. All right. Whew. How was your day? That's how Mondays are. Yeah. Yeah. I know that. I remember that. I don't know. Just ran a couple errands. Do a whole lot. The usual. Well, sometimes I'm thinking I did actually do that. I did play. I got my challenges done. I did that, and I cleaned the dryer vent. That's my every 6 months project. So, so you don't have a dryer fire. Gotta clean out that tube. Gotta clean out those tubes. Oh, it's not your problem. Building's problem. That's the beauty of apartment living. All the tubes in the apartment belong to somebody else. Those water tubes, those water tubes that the water comes out of, the ones that juice run, just want to do a juice run. Let's juice. I gotta get price. I still cannot get price anything, man. Every time I get something, he's like unlucky, I'm starting to think, man. He's something else. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, no worries. I actually did run one DMZ match after I got my challenges done, and I was near the police station, so I went to go check it out because I need an AQ laptop, and I wanted to see if I could get in without a key. So I was able to like scale the building and get on some balconies outside, and there was some good loot, good guns in like some lockers, and I got momentarily a three-plate vest, but then a fucking player or players fucking parachuted or something. I don't know how they even saw me, but they just came out of nowhere and fucking killed me. I was like, God damn it. But I do have a key. One of these days soon we should try to bust into the cop station. If we're near it, like on any match, like even this one coming up, let's try it. But if not, we have to be near it just to make it worthwhile, because you end up getting killed on the way to places. Kind of like just, but it is. And we've never even been in Mal Mazra at nighttime. It's what's it like at night? It's really scary. I know. I mean, like, I was just thinking about those like missions or whatever, right? That we used to try. Actually, you know what? I got this sniper on me. That's one of my challenges, is to get, I think, 7 kills with iron sights, and you'll get it too. Even though we used to think that we have to have them matched up, like we don't. You can have different mission or whatever they're called. Anyway, you'll see. I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay, are we actually near the fucking police station? No, we're near the embassy. Kinda. But he's not there. Yeah, let's go to the shop. Yep. Yeah, let's do the shop. Yeah, we don't have to hit anything major. It's not really close to much. I get him.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate near your location.
Okay. All right. Oh.
Taking a. Grenade!
Yeah, you are too, I think. So we'll see. I think so. I gotta get 7 kills though in one outing. Oh, I thought that was a gold skull. It was a fucking light bulb. It was like, it was a gold light bulb. I'm like, what the fuck is gold light bulb? Shit. It's a piece of crap light bulb. Shh. Good. Shopper. All right, let's hit the shop. Okay, let's do the shop first, though. Do the shop, and then we can go. All right, go ahead. I'll watch. Alright, I got lots of plates, and so what do you want to do, a contract? On the way to an exfil? Sure.
Intel contract marked.
Actual to Ultra One. Intel sourced the location of an AQ hard drive. Secure that disk and upload all contents. Target areas marked on your TAC map.
I hear voices. I'm not sure. It's been so long since I've seen one. Funky building.
We're on an enemy fighter.
Where is he in?
Got an enemy fighter here.
Okay. Alright. We can go over here.
Right here. Moving.
Alright, I'm going around this side. No. And I'm gonna get on top. I'm gonna get on top and kind of point down at him. Can. Alright. Where they at? Oh, they're there. My snipers only got iron sights, so I'm not that good at distance on this.
Ultra One, we've marked a radio tower on your TAC map. Use it to transmit the data.
Okay, radio tower. Marked on the map, it said. That green thing? Yeah. Oh. Oh shit. I saw a leaf. Oh wait, there's a guy right here.
Visual on an enemy fighter. Taking effective fire.
Alright. Okay. Maybe I should hang out down here while you run up there. I'll kind of cover you. That's all right. I'll just kind of hang.
Use the tower to transmit the data. Access point is at the top.
See anybody coming? It's true. It's true, except it's true, I'm gonna come. It doesn't have a scope on it, but that's alright. See what I can see. Wow. That's a tall tower.
Good signal, Ultra One. Secure the perimeter until the upload is done.
Wow.
Actual to Ultra One. Transfer complete. Good work.
Oh, there's guys down here. Let me see if I can
Ultra
snipe them.
One, this is actual. Intel shows the warlord
Got one?
Al-Nar, codenamed Pyro, is active in your area. He's got a bounty on his head if you want it.
These guys are armored up. Fuck.
Loading AP rounds.
I think I need like one more fucking.
Extract point marked.
Let's see. Yeah, we could probably go to the exfil. If you want? I don't know.
Intel contract marked.
Yeah, we could head towards it. Sure. I gotta get one more sniper shot, and then I'll have that thing done. If I can find one guy here, I'm gonna try to get this guy. Come on. Fuck you, dude. All right. Jump down.
Got an enemy fighter here.
Okay, all right.
Enemy fighter right here. Visual on an enemy fighter.
All right, I should have that mission done. I know I got 7.
Activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open.
All right. I'm following you. All right, I'm following you.
Ultra One, this is actual. We've got a hit on an AQ hard drive. You need to secure the disk and upload all contents. Target areas on your TAC map.
an enemy fighter here. Enemy
Uh-oh,
fighter right here.
truck. Tied.
Visual on an enemy fighter. Moving.
There's stairs over here too.
Ultra One, this is actual. A radio tower is marked on your attack map. Use it to transfer the data.
Guy in front.
Grenade! Get fire!
I on plates. Alright.
I need mid-cal round. Dropping ammo here.
Actually, I got 163 rounds. No, what the hell? I'll get more. Alright.
Actual to Ultra One, you should have a visual on the tower. Climb up and start the transfer.
Do you know what a tower looks like? Ooh. I should have it done. I had 6 of 7 and then I shot a guy point blank with it, so I should be done. Uh-oh, there's a truck right below us. Keep going, keep going, keep going. He did stop.
Ultra One, signal is good.
Yeah.
Maintain security until the transfer's complete.
I think that's players? I think it might be.
Enemy fighter.
No, they're running different directions.
Enemy fighter here.
Alright.
Ultra One, this is actual. Upload complete.
All right.
Solid work.
Scavenger nearby.
Intel confirms the scavenger is near your location. Stay frosty.
Well, we got 15. I got 15 plates. Of course, you got a bunch of money. If you want to exfil, it's fine. Otherwise, we can give it a try. I know, but I have a feeling if we get on the ground, we're going to run into them. We better get out of here before someone sees us.
Moving here. Enemy
All right.
fighter right here.
Shuhad.
There's a couple vehicles there. If you want to take the vehicle. Oh, looks like they just blew up. Maybe there's one left.
I need mid-cap.
All right. All right, I'm in. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go this way.
Ultra One, be advised.
You go off road when. Yep. Yeah, you're headed right for the exfil. Well, almost. Alright. Alright, you want to get out?
Taking effective fire!
Uh-oh, we got somebody threw a Semtex at me. Fuck. Yeah, that... No. No, I don't. That was me shooting the guy dead.
Ultra One, extraction is inbound at this time. Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Ultra One, Dino Force inbound for
Coming.
extraction. We're 2 clicks out.
Alright, alright, alright. I have any ammo? No, I don't. Oh shit.
Moving here.
You want to just grab his gun? Grab that guy's gun. Right there.
Ultra One, we have visual on the LZ. Keep it clear.
Oh fuck.
I owe you one. Visual on an enemy.
Nice.
Dino Force holding at the extraction point. Advise you get here fast. This is Dino 4. All Ultra secure. We're exiting the AO.
Nope. Somebody threw it in here. Shout here, watch your back. Alright. You did it. Nice haul. Could have used a key or a vest, but oh well, we survived. So let's see if the challenge that I completed, did you get 7 enemies killed with the MCPR 300? So the one that I completed is under Reconnaissance by Fire Shadow Company. It's kill 7 enemies with the MCPR 300 with iron sights. Yeah, see? So we don't have to follow the same ones. Yeah, I know, right? We're always coordinating. We're coordinating it like works. Oh well. Now, yeah. Yeah. Different ones. Yeah, just throw some different, throw some easy ones on there. Yeah. The hybrid. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do that one. Oh. They do. Let's see here. Hybrid with a flip top 5 magnifier. Okay. All right, I got that equipped. Call it up. All right. I got you. No worries. Sounds good. Yeah. Sounds good. All right. All right. Have a good night. All right. All right. Later.